Listen to me carefully. There's a trap. A trap that's silently draining your potential, stealing your dreams, and keeping you exactly where you are right now, average. You might be working hard, doing all the right things, following the rules, but still, something is missing. And it's not luck, it's not talent. It's the trap of comfort, fear, and invisible limits that you've accepted without even knowing it. Today, I'm going to show you what that trap is and how to break free so you can live a life that most people only dream about. Let me break this down for you. The comfort zone is the invisible trap that nobody talks about. Most people think comfort is a reward, but I promise you, it's the most dangerous enemy of human potential. You see, your mind is a master of deception. It convinces you that if you are comfortable, if you are safe, if you are settled, then everything is fine. But here's the truth. Comfort is quiet and it's deadly. It doesn't scream at you, it whispers. It's subtle. It convinces you to stay where you are because the risk of leaving feels too high. And so you stay year after year thinking, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm average, but at least I'm safe. But let me ask you, when you look at the lives of people who are extraordinary, do you see comfort there? Do you see them playing it safe? No, they are not polite with their potential. They don't settle for the easy path. They don't wait for the stars to align. They take bold action, often when it scares them the most. That's the difference. The comfort zone is designed to protect you, but protection is not growth. Growth demands risk. Growth demands that you feel uncomfortable, awkward, and uncertain. And this is where most people fail. They confuse comfort with security. And in doing so, they suffocate their own dreams. Think about it. Every major accomplishment in human history has been achieved by people who refused to stay comfortable. They stepped into the unknown. They embraced uncertainty. They faced rejection, failure, and pain, and they didn't quit. If you want to break free from average, you have to understand that discomfort is your signal for growth. That feeling of fear, that resistance you feel, that hesitation before you take action, these are the indicators that you are standing at the edge of your comfort zone. And if you step over that edge, everything changes. Let me tell you a story. I've seen people with incredible talent, people who had every resource, every opportunity, but they never reached their potential because they were comfortable. They had good jobs, safe routines, and predictable lives. They never made the leap. And I've seen others with no resources, no advantages, who struggled, failed, and fell repeatedly, but they became unstoppable because they refused to stay comfortable. The difference was not skill, not luck. It was their willingness to feel the fear, embrace the discomfort, and move forward anyway. Here's the harsh truth. If you're comfortable, you are stagnant, and stagnation is death. Every day you spend in your comfort zone, your potential erodes. You think you're safe, but you're slowly losing your vitality, your ambition, your edge, and when you finally realize it, years may have passed, and your life will be exactly what it is today. Average. The key to escaping this trap is awareness. First, you have to recognize that comfort is holding you back. Most people don't even realize it. They think, I'm working, I'm living, I'm fine. No, you're surviving. You're surviving at a fraction of your potential. Second, you have to take massive action. Tiny steps aren't enough. Real growth requires bold, consistent action outside your comfort zone. Start with small risks. Speak up in a meeting. Pitch an idea. Say no to what doesn't serve you. Say yes to what scares you. Each time you push yourself, your comfort zone expands, and what once felt scary becomes normal. And finally, you have to reframe discomfort as a friend, not an enemy. Fear is not the signal to stop, it's the signal to move forward. Pain is not punishment, it's progress. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you're rewiring your brain for success. You're training your mind, your body, and your spirit to operate at a higher level. This is how ordinary people become extraordinary. This is how dreams become reality. This is how you escape average. So the choice is yours. You can stay comfortable, predictable, and safe, or you can step into the fire of discomfort and ignite your life. But understand this, comfort is a slow death, and only action, courage, and boldness will save you. Only when you refuse to let fear dictate your life can you truly unleash the potential that's been waiting inside you all along. Listen to me. Right now, I want you to feel something. I want you to feel the truth of this moment. Your comfort zone is killing you. Yes, I said it. Killing you. Not slowly, not eventually, but every day. Every day you tell yourself, I'm fine, I'll wait, I'll try tomorrow. Every day you cling to safety. Every day you stay small. You are dying to the life you were meant to live. And here's the thing, you don't even notice it. It's quiet. It's subtle. It's invisible. And that's why it's so dangerous. The comfort zone is seductive. It whispers to you, it's okay, relax, you're safe, you're fine. And for a while it feels good to get used to it. You start to believe that this is life, that this is normal, that this is enough. But it's not. Average people are not average because they lack talent. They are not average because they lack opportunity. They are average because they have been seduced by comfort, lulled into a life that feels safe, but is slowly suffocating their potential. Let me tell you something about the human mind. It is a master of deception. It tells you stories to keep you safe. It tells you, don't speak up, don't try that, don't risk failure. And you listen because the mind wants survival. But survival is not living. Living is stepping into fear, moving into the unknown, risking everything for something greater. And when you stay in your comfort zone, what you are really doing is choosing survival over life, mediocrity over greatness, ordinary over extraordinary. I want you to visualize something with me. Picture a man, let's call him John. John wakes up every morning, goes to his 9-to-5 job, comes home, watches TV, scrolls social media, eats dinner, goes to bed. Repeat, day after day, year after year. John is comfortable. John is safe. John is average. He has dreams. He has ambitions. But he's too afraid to take the leap. He's too afraid of failure, rejection, the unknown. And here's the brutal truth. John is dying inside, slowly, one day at a time, because he's never dared to stretch beyond the walls he has built around his comfort. Now, contrast John with Sarah. Sarah H. had no resources, no advantages, no safety net. She failed more times than she can count. Doors slammed in her face, people laughed at her ideas, and sometimes it felt impossible. But Sarah didn't care about comfort. She didn't care about safety. Every day she forced herself to move forward. She felt the fear. She faced the uncertainty. She embraced the discomfort, and she grew. She became unstoppable. She achieved things most people only dream about. The difference between John and Sarah is not talent. The difference is the willingness to step into discomfort and transform it into growth. I want you to hear me clearly. Discomfort is not the enemy. Discomfort is the signal. Discomfort is the indicator that you are standing at the edge of your comfort zone. That hesitation you feel, that fear tightening in your chest, that nervous energy bubbling in your gut, that is not a reason to stop. That is your invitation to grow. That is your opportunity to expand into a version of yourself that is more powerful, more capable, more alive than you've ever imagined. Most people run from discomfort. They think comfort equals security. They think safety equals happiness. But I promise you, happiness is not in comfort. Happiness, fulfillment, mastery, true success, they are on the other side of discomfort. They are on the other side of fear. They are on the other side of uncertainty. And if you want to break free from average, you have to rewire your mind to see fear and discomfort, not as threats, but as the currency of transformation. Here's what you have to do. First, recognize comfort for what it really is, a slow death. Every habit you cling to because it feels safe is draining you, our potential. Every time you choose the easy path over the challenging path, you are shrinking your future. You are trading extraordinary for ordinary. You are trading your dreams for your routines. And every day that passes, this trade becomes more permanent. Second, you have to take massive action. Tiny steps won't cut it. The comfort zone is strong, it is powerful, it resists change. And only massive, committed, relentless action can break through it. Speak up even when your voice shakes. Take risks even when the outcome is uncertain. Fail in public. Push yourself beyond what feels safe. Every time you do this, your comfort zone expands. Every time you push, your potential grows. Every time you feel fear and move forward anyway, you are transforming yourself into someone who is unstoppable. Third, reframe discomfort as a friend, not an enemy. Fear is not your signal to retreat. It is your signal to advance. Pain is not punishment. It is progress. The more uncomfortable you feel, the closer you are to breakthrough. The more fear you embrace, the more power you unlock. The more you stretch beyond your comfort zone, the more extraordinary your life becomes. This is how ordinary people become extraordinary. This is how dreams are realized. This is how you escape average. So here's my challenge to you. Identify one area in your life where you are too comfortable. Is it your job, your relationships, your health, your dreams? And I don't mean vague, I want to improve thoughts. I mean something that scares you, something that feels risky, something that if you acted on it, you would be forced to grow. That is the edge of your comfort zone. Step toward it. Take action. Feel the fear. Feel the resistance. Feel the discomfort. And move forward anyway. Because when you finally do, when you finally take control, when you finally refuse to let comfort dictate your life, you will realize that the trap that has been holding you back all along was only as powerful as your willingness to stay trapped. And the moment you step into discomfort, you step into freedom, you step into power, you step into a life beyond average, a life beyond limitations, a life you were always meant to live. So don't wait, don't hesitate, don't convince yourself tomorrow will be easier. The comfort zone is a slow death, but courage, massive action, and relentless growth are life itself, and it's waiting for you if you dare to take it. See, most people don't realize it, but the biggest prison you live in is not physical, it's mental. It's the story you tell yourself about who you are, what you can achieve, and what's possible. And here's the kicker, you believe it, you think it's real, you don't even question it. But limiting beliefs are nothing more than invisible chains, convincing you to stay small, to settle, to accept mediocrity. I want you to think about this. How many times have you said to yourself, I'm not smart enough, I don't have the talent, or I'll never make it? How many times have you let these thoughts dictate your actions, or worse, your inaction? Those thoughts are not truth. They are beliefs you've inherited, absorbed, and repeated so many times that you believe they are facts. But here's the truth, your beliefs are optional. And the moment you realize that, everything changes. The human mind is incredible. It will find evidence for whatever you tell it to believe. If you tell yourself you're incapable, your mind will prove it to you. But if you tell yourself you are unstoppable, capable of massive growth, and worthy of success, your mind will find ways to prove that too. That's why the first step to escaping average is identifying your limiting beliefs, confronting them, and rewriting them with empowering truths. Here's a simple exercise. Take one belief that's holding you back. Write it down. Ask yourself, is this really true, or is it just a story I've been telling myself? Then replace it with a statement of possibility, something bold and true to your highest self. Repeat it, own it, live it, and then watch what happens. Your actions, your energy, your results, they all start to shift. Extraordinary people are not extraordinary because they never had doubts. They are extraordinary because they refuse to let those doubts define them. The chains were there, but they broke free. And so can you. Here's something most people never understand. Waiting is the silent thief of dreams. I'll start tomorrow. I'll wait until I have more experience. I'll wait until things are easier. Do you hear yourself saying that? Because time doesn't wait, and the longer you wait, the further away your potential drifts. The truth is, there is no perfect moment. There is no ideal set of circumstances. Waiting for the stars to align is the fastest way to stay average. Extraordinary people act even when the odds are against them, even when they are scared, even when they are uncertain. They don't wait. They create momentum. They take the first step, then the next, until the life they dreamed of becomes real. You have to stop believing in the illusion of later. Later rarely comes. Later is a trap designed by your own fears. The most successful people I know, people who've built empires, changed the world, and transformed their lives, did not wait. They took action now. And that's exactly what you need to do. Most people think effort equals progress. They hustle, work long hours, and exhaust themselves, but nothing changes. That's because it's not about activity, it's about energy. Where you place your focus, your emotion, your vitality, this determines results. Without clarity, without strategic energy, without passion, all that hard work is wasted. Ask yourself, are you busy or are you productive? Are you following the energy of inspiration or just surviving on routine and obligation? Energy is the fuel of greatness. When you align your energy with your vision, you become unstoppable. You magnetize opportunities, attract support, and create momentum. Mismanaged energy keeps you stuck. Managed energy propels you beyond average. Extraordinary people don't just work hard. They work smart. They protect their energy. They invest it in high leverage actions, and they refuse to waste it on things that don't move them forward. That's a principle you must adopt if you want to break free. Finally, let's talk about the people and environments around you. Most people never realize this, but your circle, your media, your habits, They shape who you become. Average people are surrounded by average thinking. They consume negative media, tolerate toxic relationships, and absorb limiting messages without realizing the damage it does. The extraordinary don't leave this to chance. They are deliberate about influence. They seek mentors, books, environments, and communities that elevate them. They create a positive ecosystem that propels them forward. You must do the same. If you want to escape average, you need to examine who and what you let into your mind and make the bold choice to raise your standard of influence. Remember, you become the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose wisely.